Welcome to the Saturday morning version of End the Simpademic. This is Jason, and I'm coming at you here on a Saturday morning. Again, this will not run into my daytime employment, and so I am recording and posting now. And the subject for today's episode is, can men and women be just friends? And my answer to that question, if I'm going to sum it up in a very simple sentence, is in very limited circumstances is my answer. And the reason for that is there's always going to be, in most of the times with these types of friendships, there is going to be some sort of sexual tension that exists, but there are some limited circumstances in which that does not exist. And I'm going to describe a few of those for you right here. One of them is if there is a common interest of some kind. And so in my particular case, sometimes that can be the game of poker. That can be one of those. I do have a good handful of friends that are genuine, just simple friends because of that game. And a lot of them are also at a significant distance from me geographically. And that's actually reason number 2 right there. Condition number 2 is that if they're geographically very distant from you, if the chances of you ever meeting up in person are very slim, that is one of them right there, because you're not going to cause any rifts, if you will, in the woman's existing relationship. Number 3 is if there is a professional reason for it. I have one who is a real estate agent who lives in Oklahoma, meeting 2 of the criteria. As far as both having a professional reason for it. I mean, she could someday be my real estate agent, and that's something that, we share a few things and ideas once in a while. Meeting in person is going to be impossible unless I actually do hire her as an agent at some point. And she does have her license here in Minnesota. And so that is going to be another one that could fall into the bucket. And because this one meets two of the 3 criteria I've listed so far. You've got a professional connection, interest connection, and a physical distance. So these are limited situations in which I believe it is possible, because that type of sexual tension cannot develop in those particular situations. You also have to make it so that you don't ever meet each other in person. Or if you do, their significant others along with them. I would definitely welcome that in both of my cases. And if they bring their significant others along with them, awesome. I'm somebody who, I follow a lot of people on social media who have significant others. I have a lot of respect, and I root for their relationships to succeed. I really do, because I want everybody to have what I want. And so because of this particular aspect of my personality, it's actually pretty easy for me to have, again, with the physical distance included, genuine friendships with these people. One of them is in Cleveland and has a fiance who created sports content here in the Twin Cities, and showed his love for the Minnesota Timberwolves when they were going on their run to the Western Conference Finals last year. And I said, you know what, he actually won my heart probably more than she did in that. And she said, yeah, he has a way with that. And I just was like, that was just one of those, flex moments, I guess I want to call them. I'm a person who I develop a lot of relationships, and I don't pursue them. There's never a hint of sexual tension in there. Speaking of hints, I'm going to actually for tomorrow's edition, I'm going to go scriptural, as I've promised to do in previous episodes. It'll be a Sunday morning. Tomorrow I'm going to go into Proverbs 31, which is the chapter which is known for the wife of a noble character. But I want to focus on the first half of that particular chapter tomorrow. And I want to show everybody what King Solomon, of all people, had to say about the subject of simping. He definitely has plenty to say. And that's going to be a fun one tomorrow, and I think I'm going to be doing that one from Interstate State Park in Taylor's Falls, Minnesota. So I'm going to share all that. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I hope you are too. And back to my hair question again. If you have any suggestions on what I can do, because I mean this hair kind of looks kind of flat right now. I don't know if I need a haircut or if I need a stylist, or if you have any recommendations, please feel free to drop them down in the comments. I could use some help on this one pretty bad. But anyway, that is my take on friendships with women. Again, it is possible, but it is fairly limited. If you are spending a lot of your time with a so-called platonic friend, and if they have another relationship, then my suggestion at this point is to stop. You got to break it off, because you're treading very dangerous waters there. And I'm not an advocate of breaking up anybody's relationship in any shape or form. And so I will say this much: you're treading on dangerous ground, my friend. If that is you, you need to put an end to it right now, and just leave it behind. Go cold turkey. Go cold turkey. And I'm going to call this a wrap here. This will be one of my shorter ones. But anyway, this is Jason here, wrapping up the Saturday morning version of End the Simpademic. And I will be back tomorrow with my biblical view on simping, because it'll be Sunday morning. And as I promised, I will focus on that little aspect of my life on a once-a-week basis. Signing out.